What's up, everybody? Enrique Becco here from the Squeeze Moby Group. I have AJ Adam Jacobs on the line as well, and we wanted to just do this quick special video for you rather than putting the replay up here and you going through the whole 60 minutes, and just show you what this special opportunity is exactly about and how crazy it is. Why am I so excited that you could basically target hundreds of unpublic leads literally in 3 clicks, and that was the cool part. That's what I got real excited was when AJ last week, after our WP Lead Explosion webinar, that mass emails, basically hundreds of leads, he sent me this spreadsheet, and this is a guy that actually left the online world of product creation to solely focus on his offline business, and it didn't look like this. It actually, the software didn't look like it does today, so I had to do a little bit of arm twisting to kind of transform that software and give it to you guys and see if it would be something that you would be interested in, which I think everyone that hits this page will be, because honestly, I mean, I've tested a ton of scrapers and I've never seen anything like this before. As you can see right there on the spreadsheet, you see the likes, you see the talking about, you see the emails, and in 50% of the cases, approximately, these are the non-public emails as well as the Facebook fan page and the business address if you want to hit them from the direct mail angle. So with that being said, AJ, I'm just gonna throw this off to you and let you kind of run through a couple of the things, because I know we've been having a lot of problems, and that's why you got in touch with us, is because with our WP Lead Explosion, our team was spending hours and hours preparing these CSV files before we could use the mass email technology of WP Lead Explosion to blast out emails, and it really sucked. It really did. And a lot of these emails that we found that were just the public emails were getting spam. There were bots picking these up. They're getting spammed. No one was responding. I mean, our conversions were still okay, but I'm going to go into some results towards the end of this video that we've already achieved with your software. So I'm going to throw it off to you if that's cool with you.
Works for me.
Let me make you the presenter. All right. Let's see. I want to see what you got going here.
To start broadcast or not now?
Yep, I think it should be cool. Yeah, I think.
All right. All right, guys. Hey, Enrique, thanks for having me here. Guys, a little real quick about myself. I've been doing offline marketing for about 3 years now. 18 months ago, I started doing product creation with a partner of mine, and I got really deep into that, teaching people how to make money with stuff that was working in my real life business. After a certain period of time, I was spending way too much time in the online world, selling stuff, coaching stuff, creating programs, that I had to break away literally to go back and tend to and blow up my 2 offline businesses. So somebody that's been on the offline world doing consulting, came, sold, taught, coached people, made a lot of money, and basically walked away from that money because there's so much more money to be made in the offline world actually doing this type of stuff. What I'm going to show you here is an in-house tool. Months ago, we had a program to do mass emailing, similar to WP Lead Explosion, but we kind of ran it down because getting emails was a tough thing. WP Lead Explosion came in, and me and my team decided to get to work on it and figure out how to actually make this work at a level that other people weren't getting. Right now, the only options you guys have for getting emails is doing it yourself, which is horrible and boring, paying somebody else, which I feel bad when I pay people to manually scrape stuff because I know what they're doing. It's horrible. Other than that, you have scrapers. The problem is you have scrapers that everybody else has scrapers too. So if you're doing Denver Dentist, everybody's doing Denver Dentist, and everybody's getting the same email address. If you want to go the advanced route, which is what we were doing and spending a ton of money, I'm going to show you that first, is InfoUSA, the #1 source online for leads. Go pay them money. They're supposed to give you these leads delivered on a golden platter. These things are supposed to be like money in the bank. Well, let's look at one of those lists. Here is a list. I called up InfoUSA because if you want to buy the leads and get the executive emails, they say executive emails, but a lot of these bounce anyway. you have to talk to a human being and actually go through the ordering process. So like I want 150 dentist emails with all the information on top of it, everything in there. She's like, where do you want it from? I go, Chicago. So here's Chicago. She's like, we don't have enough emails for Chicago. Give me another city. Said St. Louis. All right, we still can't get you 150 emails. Give me another city. All right, let's do Dallas. Still, after all that, they couldn't get me 150 emails, so I had to throw Denver in. So this spreadsheet you're looking at here, cost me $100 on the mark, about 67 cents per lead, and I had to go with 4 of the bigger cities in the country just to get 150 leads. So if you do the math on that, even if you tap out InfoUSA and spend a king's ransom, you're still not going to get the amount of leads that you need to go really big with this. So we were messing around with some stuff and we came up with the program in-house. So right now the Cadillac is InfoUSA. Call them up, get emails for Denver. They're going to give you back 32 results. Those 32 results are going to cost you about 20 bucks, and you're going to have to go with other cities just to get up to a threshold where you're going to need to make any money with this. So here's what we designed. And pay attention here, guys. I know when we look at some spreadsheets, it's not the most exciting thing in the world, but if you pay attention and see what I'm actually showing you here and what I'm talking about and how this can transform your business, it's going to be a big leap forward for you and put you guys so far ahead of the pack. Like I said before, this is an in-house tool. We had to do a bunch of stuff because Enrique strong-armed us into selling this to actually make it available for public use. So pay attention here. Here is a spreadsheet I created with 3 clicks of my mouse, and I'll show you the 3 clicks later on. It's a very simple program to use, of Denver Dentist. If you go down here, you can see all Denver, Denver, Denver. Here's the business name, address, phone number, website, Facebook fan page, and email. So let me do this real quick so we can narrow it down on here. As you can see, there is, let's go to the bottom here, 176. Now if we go over here to emails, there we go. Look at all these emails for Denver Dentist I have. All of these emails. If somebody's noticed, there are a few duplicates in here, so there's not a complete 186, probably like 170-ish. With that being said, I paid $100 to get 150 emails, and I had to go to 4 big cities. Using this software and a few clicks of the buttons, I've got all these emails back. All I have to do is copy and paste these links, the emails, the URL, over into the spreadsheet template that Enrique gives you for WP Lead Explosion, upload it, and I'm gone. I'm already emailing. I got people. The software is taking care of it for me. The software is giving me the leads, WP Lead Explosion, or anything else you're using. It's just straight up emailing people for it. It's as simple as it gets. But now we need to look at a few more things here to show you the real power behind this. So let me move this around real quick. All right, we're going to take this website right here, Denver Weincoop Dentist, right here. So here's a website. Looks like a nice website. These are people I want to target. I'm going to sell them social media and mobile websites. I'm going to hit them with everything. So what most people do is they come here, they use a scraper or whatever. Look, we got this email down here, Amy at Denver Weincoop Dentist. So we load that up into whatever our email blaster is we're going to use, and we hope for the best. What people understand is I can find this email address very easily. How many other people do you think are emailing Amy at Denver Weincoop Dentist every day with offers? Most of them will be worse worded and worse offers than what you guys are going to be doing, but at the same point they go blind on this stuff. They'd rather delete everything than try to weed through it and find the good offers. Now if you had run our software, let's look right here. This email right here we have is completely different. We have Dr. Chelsea at DenverWeincoopDentist.com. So for everybody here send an email and all you guys send it to Amy, Amy's going to go blind looking at it. That's what everybody's doing. You guys can load up Dr. Chelsea's at DenverWeincoopDentist.com, and you're going to have such a higher success rate because this email isn't spammed to death. This email isn't getting scraped. This email isn't getting blasted every single day. Do you guys see the power behind that? I'm not going to promise that every email this thing pulls back is not the public email on their website. It's 50 to 60% of the time it is, but that 40 to 50% time where it's different is worth 5 times a public email. It just gets opened that much more, gets responded to, and usually goes to a different person who's not used to seeing all this spam email because they have a good email. Now, let's go to this one, ImpressionDentalSpa.com. Here's their website, nice and clean looking. This looks like somebody I want to contact. They got a fan page down here. We're going to assume they're not mobile. So we got all sorts of things to sell this person. Let's contact them. Let's go to the Contact Us page. They're one of those tricky people that got a contact form. Can't get their email address from here. All right. So what do we do next? We do the same thing everybody else does. Let's go to Yelp and see if we can find it. Let's go Impressions Dental Spa. They're in Denver, Colorado. Let's search for it. All right, here they are. Nope, no email address here. It actually doesn't even look like they've claimed this. Hey, that's good to know. That's something we can sell them down the road. So we can't find it on Yelp. Let's go to Yellow Pages. I'm sure we can get it on Yellow Pages. Let's see what we get come back. Impressions Dental Spa, Denver, Colorado. Pure Impression, New Impression, Impression Dental. This might be them, but I don't think it is. So there is an email address. Last place to look is Manta. Let's go here and let's do Impression Dental Spa, Denver, Colorado. Let's continue. So we're going to assume this is, and it's a office at Impressions, Colorado. So the domain name's different. This isn't the same company, so we can't find the email. Manta is the go-to spot. If it's not on Manta, email does not exist. So we looked in Impressions Dental Spa, Denver, Colorado, and for some reason they are not on Manta. So this company right here is a perfect target for us. We have no way to email them. We've looked at all the usual spots everywhere everybody looks. Everybody gives up and says these people cannot be emailed. They're smart. They got to go through a contact form. Let's just move on. If we go back to our results right here, here we got Impressions Dental Spa, their Facebook page. Amy at impressionsdentalspa.com. We got their email address. How likely do you think this email is going to be to get opened, read, and responded to? You've seen me go through the process that everybody does to find email addresses. This is what they do. They might look at other sites like Kudzu, but if they go this far, they just give up and move on. It's not worth the extra time to try to find this email address. It doesn't exist in the average marketer's mind. This email is not getting flooded. So if you guys can wrap your mind how effective that is right there, let me show you the software and show you what we're doing here to get this. I know you're expecting some crazy software. So we're going to change this. Search depth. The further down in depth you go, the less reliable your results are going to be, so you're going to have to do some weeding out, but you won't miss any. It's multi-threaded, so we can do 5. If we want the social stats, which on the spreadsheet is this, it'll pull back the likes we're talking about, or we're here and talking about. So if you find a company that's got 320 likes, but only 3 people talking about it, their engagement's very low. You've got their email and the URL to their Facebook fan page, sell them some Facebook services. And the email website filter, turn this on yes. This will ensure that every result returned has an email address and a URL. If you guys are going to use it heavy duty, we got proxies already installed here. Now let's look how easy this is to do. Dentist, Denver, and let's set a location, Denver Dentist. Click Save, and literally that's all we have to put in here. We click Start. This isn't one of those pieces of software that is mind-bogglingly 3 days full-time work to figure out. You will not see a piece of software on the market that is literally as simple as this is. We kept it simple because we were using it in-house. We're getting it out in the market a little bit now, but we didn't overcomplicate it. There's no reason to overcomplicate this. Now what this is doing in the background, not important.
Yep.
Down here saying gathering URLs. Once it gets the URLs, it's going to give you a progress report. And as soon as that does, I'll show you the exact output of this. We're not going to sit around and bore you and wait for it to get done scraping. It'll do this scrape in about 7 to 10 minutes. So all you got to do is load it up and let it go. So we got 193 results. The CSV I was just showing you, this one is what it will return. Excuse me. This is what it will return. So as you can see, the return is a little less than that number, so it does go and weed a few out. But clicking those few buttons, I was able to get this list right. The email addresses on some of these sites are different than the one everybody else is scraping. I've showed you sites on here that do not have a publicly available email address that we now have. So this list right here took me 3 clicks to get it and 7 to 10 minutes of time. This list right here cost me $150 or $100. Which one do you think is going to be more valuable to me? Which one am I going to be able to make more money with? It takes longer to call up and get one of these ordered than it does to use my software to pull out your own list, if I'm completely honest with you, because if you want the emails, you have to call the place. So it's mind-numbing. This is actually quicker than calling and ordering a list. You wouldn't think so, but it is. So you guys see the power behind this. Partnering this up with something like WP Lead Explosion, it puts it on autopilot. You get the CSV file, copy and paste it into Enrique and the Squeeze Moby guys' CSV template, load it up, and you're off to the races. Did I leave anything out, Enrique?
No, I think that's it. And so, I mean, I'll run through it if that's okay with you.
Yeah. Let me toss it back to you.
Okay. Yep.
Oh, you got it. There you go.
Cool. Let me just make sure. All right, great. Thanks for showing that to us, and that's what really had me excited. Like you said, I mean, it takes less time to just run this than it did to give instructions for a person from our team to actually get some of this information, and they were just getting the email address. They were definitely not getting any of the likes they're talking about, or any of that information that comes along with what you get scraped. So basically what AJ has come and this offer, which I'm really excited about, is the crazy lead machine software. You could scrape the hundreds of non-public, in some of the cases, email addresses, also the local business fan pages, including likes talking about, and very easily integrate with WP Lead Explosion by just copy and pasting those columns to leverage the mass email technology. And if you want to use those business addresses and hit them from both sides, then you could do that. And we're going to talk about how you can get in on the Pro version, which includes the custom searches, which I don't think you touched upon, but when we get to that, we can touch upon that as well. So for the public price, for the basic version, it's $497. But as you can see below, we did a very special deal for you today, just for you guys, and this is going to be expiring Friday, depending on when you're watching this, Friday at midnight. But if you want to get in on this, then for the Pro version, it is $197, and for the basic version, it is $147. And can you talk about the custom search real quick that they get with the Pro version?
Yeah, the custom search, basically how the program's set up now for the niche location combo. There's sometimes you just want to search for, let's say you're going after orthodontics, do Invisalign, something along those lines, where you're not concerned about the location, you're just looking for all the people that talk about that. Then the custom version, you can put any search string you want in there without having to match up the location and the keyword, so it gives you a wider variety. Also, if you want to go into a niche like dog training, you can look up all the pages to talk about Doberman or Rottweiler. So it's a lot more broad-based Facebook tool than just marketed or just using to market towards local businesses.
Cool. So yeah, let me run through some of the bonuses as well. We prepared a couple of bonuses that are Squeeze Moby specific, and one of them, the first one, is how to integrate this with WP Lead Explosion. This was written by our project manager, very in-depth, scoped it out extremely. I mean, it's 12 pages, step by step, how to install, how to use it. You could use this with your outsourcer. Just send this document off to them, and they'll know exactly what to do, starting from Crazy Lead Machine all the way to WP Lead Explosion and sending out those mass emails. So checking the CSV file, matching it up, and then going into WP Lead Explosion. Like I said, very step-by-step, as you can see it when I'm running through it. It is very, very detailed. The second bonus is next week we're doing a special session with AJ on his business model, including some of his direct mail secrets, the 1, 2, 3 touch method, how he hits them from different angles, which has gotten him really good results, and best businesses, how to target specific niches with this software and just with offline in general, and why he left creating products to just focus on offline and how he found his gold mine in offline. And the third bonus, which is only with the Pro version, is you get 5 licenses. So the basic version is only including 1 license, The Pro version is 5 licenses. So if you want to install it on your computer, if you want to install it on your home computer, as well as your outsourcer, as well as your team member or something like that, then now you have 5 licenses. And each one, like I said, on the main site, you will see that it is being sold for $497. So and that's just the basic version. So I mean, this is in itself easy over $1,000 value. It is a huge value. So I'm not going to run through these values, but you can see this is packed full of value. And one of these sheets, I mean, it's gonna just getting one client from this, and it's pretty easy because these are a lot of times the non-public ones and the information you have about these clients. So if you need a money-back guarantee, then that we're offering with AJ a 30-day money-back guarantee. It is licensed, so if you do get your money back, you will lose your license, but there is a 30-day money-back guarantee. However, if you do that, then you can still keep that bonus that I'm giving you, even if you get your money back. That is fine with me. So getting on the Pro version, I highly recommend it over the basic version. But I hope to see you guys on the inside and on next week's session. Anything else that you want to say, AJ, before we sign off?
Yeah, one quick thing, guys. I've been doing this for a long time. I've designed systems for mass emailing. Enrique's done it. It works. The problem always has been is getting the emails. Enrique and me both own every scraper on the market. I would not have put my time and my team's energy into creating something if there was something already out there I could buy that would do the job just as good. The reason this was created was to use my business and crush it with. So if you guys want to use the same technology we're using to build a 7-figure business, this is one of the main keys behind it.
All right, thanks, AJ. I think people are. I already know that they're going to be snatching it up. So we'll probably see a lot of these people on next week's webinar.
All right, thank you for having me, Enrique.
All right, thanks, AJ. Take care.
Talk to you.